Pretty Succeed Season 2, Raid Shadow Legends. Recording at Night Edition. 1+1 edition. I better get something. Edition. Having a drink edition. I found real Cheetos today edition. 5 editions for the 5th anniversary. Unprecedented. Who else have you seen do that? Nobody. Nobody. Remember that. All right, so we are gonna pop our Ancients because we have the 1+1, right? Now we've only got 30. You know, it's probably not gonna go our way. However, we do need to look at the progressive chance list. Again, probably not gonna matter, but we'll take a look at it either way. By the way, this is really good. It is Sheepdog, which is peanut butter flavored whiskey, and Sprite, which might sound like a strange combination. It sounded strange to me when it was recommended to me, but it tastes like a few things, but I think the most prominent thing it tastes like is buttered popcorn, which again sounds like it might not be great. You might think, ugh, as a cold beverage, no. I'm telling you, dude, it's one of my favorite drinks to make now. It is fantastic. So, highly recommend that you try it if you haven't had it. And honestly, a shot of peanut butter whiskey by itself is pretty fantastic as well. We are first currently in the champ training, which is kind of surprising. I mean, we've been grinding it hard, don't get me wrong, but like I didn't expect to shoot up to first place so quickly. Because I'll be honest, I don't feel like I've done that much, really. I've made a bit of food, but we're just using our brews efficiently, and it's really not that bad. I paused Dragon for a minute. We've got 2 days and 2 hours left, and I think there's a Dungeon Divers coming up. Summers. I think there's a Dungeon Divers coming up Summers. So, yeah. So we will hold off until that starts. Fusion warm-up event. Oh, I was going to say, like, I thought I was doing this. And then, so we got the Summon Rush. And then we have the Artifact Enhancement, which is good because I wanted to go through and enhance some artifacts, which is just crazy enough to make me some points in the Artifact Enhancement, right? Anyway, let's jump over here and get to these Ancients. So in the Legendary slot, we've got some really interesting choices here. Some really interesting choices. They were both in my bracket in in Raid Madness, and I believe Ugo to stand by my ratings. I'm gonna have to take Ugo there. This is very difficult for me, actually. I mean, Duchess might seem like the clear-cut winner here, but your boy's got a lot of experience with Duchess, and I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean? If I pull her, great. Do I want to try to make myself pull her? Not really. We've talked about this. If I pull her, great. I'll build her and use her, and it'll be fantastic. But like, I don't think I'm gonna specifically go after her on this account because I had 2 of her on my last free-to-play, and it's like, no, we want something a little different here. Now, Ukko, I really like. He's really fun, really cool. Pythion, I really like. I miss him actively sometimes in my account. I really like Pythion. This champ I have no experience with, I don't believe. And this one I can't even name. Can I see who it is from here? Yeah. Oh, that's the... Isn't she the fusion? Was she the fusion? Huh. Really? Am I mixed up? They put the fusion in the progressive chance? Weird. Removes all debuffs from all allies, places a shield. Revives a dead ally. I don't know, man. I feel like she's probably fine. But like mostly I'm gonna want him too, right? I think it's... What about you? What do you got going on? I see her in arena sometimes and she gives me a headache. But I think it's because a lot of my damage is spirit. Places of block debuffs. So it's a... That's so stupid that you have to skill her up for it to be a guaranteed cleanse. That's so dumb, dude. Block debuffs and increased speed. Revives a target ally. Heals each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn. Man, that's a really good passive. That's a really good passive, dude. The full cleanse. Pretty good revive for a single target. Okay, what do? You revive 2, right? Revives all dead allies. Places block damage on them. This one right here is crazy. That's such a crazy A2. Man, maybe we go Ukko. Maybe we go Ukko. I feel like Ukko might really give us some opportunity. Again, I really like Pythion though. I think it's between Pythion and Ukko here. Man, they're both good. I really like both of them. That's tough. That's tough. Let's go Ukko. I feel like Ukko... I think I'm going to go with Ukko here. Let's do it. Let's lock it in. Can you change it? I could change it if I wanted, but no, we're going to leave it there. All right, so let's get to it. We'll start with a 10 pop because that's interesting, but I think we are going to do some solo pops here. We're also looking for rosin food. All right, nothing interesting there. Let's go to solos. Man, Ugo. I just realized I've got Ukko and Ugo in my voices. If we could snag an epic and get Ugo, that would also be a huge win for us. That would be really big for us right now. Ugo would be a huge addition to the account. So I'm not even so much holding out for a legendary. If we could just snag some purple and get Ugo, that would be great. We just have to stop pulling rares is really all that has to happen here. Just a little bit of purple. If I pull 30 ancient shards and don't get an epic, there's gonna be a problem, dude. All right. I don't know if I'm excited about that. Block bust on the A1. No, I don't think you do much for me. I don't think you do much for me there. Made me look like he was struggling. Something wrong with your gear, dude? All right, so we're about to be 20-1 basically, or one for 20 is probably a better way to put that. Makes it sound more like what it is. I don't want to see you again, for real. I don't show up in this summon session again. God, dude, it's brutal. I've never seen you in my life. No idea who you are, dude. Seven left. 7 ancients. Is it just me or is the color different? I feel like the color's more like aqua. Only during this part of the animation, though. Five more. You only need 1. Am I really about to go 30 ancient shards for 1 epic here? Is that really what they're going to do to me? Because that's going to be brutal, dude. Man, that's brutal. This account is really... For how this account started out, it seemed like it was kind of a blessed account early on. It is far from it, dude. We are really struggling. We are really struggling with summons on this account. Shards are not good to us. Man, that's brutal, man. Okay, so what sucks too is I don't think that did much for us here, because ancients don't do much for us. Moved us a little bit along the way, but we're gonna have to we're gonna need these, we're gonna need the sacreds as well. So what's in store for the rest of the weekend? Do we know in here yet? Drop fever, fusion event. I don't know. I don't know if we have the calendar in here just yet. I think somebody said there's a 1+1 coming for sacreds later in the weekend, so we'll have another opportunity for something there. But no, I don't know if anything's happening with primal shards. It's been a long time since we've had a primal shard, dude. And then voids, I reckon if we can get out of this summon rush without having to touch the voids, maybe for the champ chase there will be something for voids. Perhaps. But because I'm gonna have to use... I mean, what? I'm at 600 right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use all 5 of my sacreds. And that's gonna put me right at the frags. Might have to pop a few greens. Alternatively, I could use a few voids, but again, I kind of want to make sure what I'm doing lines up with the events. So, maybe we'll just sit on the voids, and then we'll try to claim Drex helmet. Hopefully, hopefully the Vizix thing works out, and we can claim her for the champ chase as well. And maybe that'll help us out a little bit, because we're kind of screwed. Like if we miss any frags, we're done, because the hero's path at the end is summons and soulstones, and we're certainly not going to be able to progress through that hero's path event. So if we miss any frags throughout the portion of this fusion, we're done, which, you know, it will be what it'll be, but we're trying not to have that happen. All right, who'd I get that was new? Hope was new. Hope was new. An Ordinator. So 30 Ancients, 1 Epic, which is pretty atrocious, I think. I know that it's not a 2x, but that's still pretty atrocious. I think on average it's like 1 for every, what, 10 or 11? Am I thinking of Summoner's War rates there? I think that's pretty awful. Those rates are pretty awful. It really feels like this account. It's really starting to feel like this account's cursed. When it comes to summons. They gave us a great start with void shards. I mean, as far as rares go, you know what I mean? Like we pulled all the popular rares. I don't know if that's necessarily super impactful. It's been cool to have Cold Heart and stuff, but beyond that, you know what I mean? The Yurgrim and Cold Heart was dope. I have Bellower. I don't do much with him. I've got Fellhound down there. I think like we've got them all, but I don't do much with them right at this point. I don't think I needed to cheese Nightmare Campaign, so I didn't need Paragon. Is that who you do that with? So like, yeah, it's really feeling like we're cursed, man. It's getting rough. That's our lone good legendary pool, and I've got some cool epics, but not many of the like must-have killer epics either. Kind of rough, man. I'm gonna need it to turn around pretty soon, or we're gonna start getting pissy. So anyway, I guess what we'll do from here, I'm gonna knock out champ training soon. It's there's another one, so I kind of want to make sure that I'm well equipped for it. But part of me is also thinking maybe I should try to grab this legendary book, because I do have a lot of stuff I want to build. I'm thinking about 6-starring this guy because I think he's really interesting. So I'm thinking about giving him a 6-star next, and then I forgot I had Gorg. And then as far as like what's going on, I mean, of course, it's still within the realm of possibility that we just go ahead and suck it up in 6-star Armiger. Probably not till I get some good blood shield for him though, because it won't matter if he's 6-starred if I don't have Blood Shield on him. Because really all I want to 6-star him for at this point is Scarab, which is why I really don't want to do it. You know what I mean? It's why I'm kind of against the idea. I don't want to 6-star him for one thing. We'll see. But yeah, I think we're gonna build this guy. I wouldn't hate getting a second Hydra team going. I wouldn't hate being able to like top chest hard. Which you have to top chest hard to make it worth hitting, which will never not drive me crazy. You can either get a warrior chest by hitting 13.6 million here, or you can get a warrior chest by hitting 6 million here. So why you'd bother unless you can't top chest hard, I don't know. But I wouldn't hate being able to do that, and I think he would be pretty helpful in there among being interesting in some other places. I think he's got a pretty interesting kit. There's some interesting stuff going on. I think this is going to be pretty handy. 3 turns, particularly for Hydra. 3 turns for. I went ahead and skilled him up too. I don't know. I just think he's got some interesting stuff going on. So I'm gonna give him a go. I also think he'll be very helpful in Faction Wars and probably Curse City, perhaps Doom Tower. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, he's probably my next 6-star. And then I am also thinking about 6-starring him because I might as well start building these legendaries. You know what I mean? Every other legendary I've pulled's been Pixneal, so I might as well build this guy. So maybe I'll 6-star him too. Although, maybe not. Maybe I'll do someone I can book. It's gonna be a while before I book him, if I ever booked him. She needs 2 more. And then we'll move on to who, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get out of here. Now, I don't know when the 2x sacred thing is. Not 2x, the 1+1 for sacreds is. Let me check this message. Okay, I guess it's tomorrow. I guess it's at reset, it swaps over and sacred becomes a 1+1. So I guess tomorrow I'll also do a summon video. Assuming, if not, maybe I'll do it Monday morning. Either way, I'll make sure I get my sacreds done during the 1+1 for sacreds is what I'm saying. So be on the lookout for that. I reckon I'll get out of here. Been kind of a familiar phrase lately, but I hope you have better luck than I had on your summons. Can't wait to see all of the like Duchess Kymar combo pulls you guys share in my Discord. I bet if I go in here right now, there's already some. No, they'll be here soon, I'm sure. It always happens. I'm not bitter. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have better luck than I did, and I'll see you soon for the 1+1 on Sacreds.